Lads, welcome back to another video on the channel. And the Southampton game was a little bit tough to take. Well, it was for me anyway. I thought they were a dangerous team, but it's definitely a team that we could have took a point off, if not three. But if one or two things would have gone our way, we'd have definitely taken at least a point from that game. But we need to move on, and remember, we're only 5 games into the season, and it's going to be a long, hard season with lots of ups and downs. Look at Norwich's season up to now. They lost to West Ham and then went and beat the champions. Everyone's beating everyone, but we just need to get that next win under our belts as quickly as possible. And the next 2 games are going to be really tricky. Away to Everton and then at home to Liverpool. Anyway, let's get into the main part of the video where I pick the players, put them into the right team, put them into the right formation, and then move them around a little bit.
If you don't have a song, you may as well not go to the pub at all.
Lads.
Watch this.
So just before we get into the main part, I'm going to stop trying to predict Wilder's team and kind of give you my team that I will play in this game, where I think we can improve the team, where I think we're lacking a little bit, and I'm going to try and help us beat Everton. So, Blades, where do we go from here? So this was the team that played against Southampton. I liked the team before the start of the game. I was a bit shocked that Luke Freeman didn't start. Not shocked that he brought Fleck straight back in, but I thought Freeman deserved to start again. But anyway, he didn't. This is what the team was. And I thought, let's start from the back. So Henderson, I thought Henderson had a really, really good game. Can't praise him enough, really, because he pulled off an amazing save from a Che Adams header. I don't think anything other than that happened. Obviously, Che hit the post and they scored a goal, but that was a world-class save from Che Adams, if I'm honest. So yeah, I think Henderson obviously couldn't do anything else with the goal. Had another good game. We can count on him when it matters. I don't think many keepers would have kept out that one-on-one. So anyway, Basham played alright, as always. Egan and O'Connell both played alright. However, these two got absolutely mugged off for the goal. So, yeah, I'm not blaming them. When someone's dropping the shoulder, it's easy to go the wrong way. However, both of them got mugged off. So, yeah, it was a little bit embarrassing. Then we move on to the fullbacks. Enda Stevens didn't do a great deal, that I remember. However, George Baldock, absolutely incredible again. And I felt really sorry for him on the radio because Wilder laid into him about him getting in twice and nothing coming of it. He's a bloody right back that came from MK Dons in League One. Like, he's playing way above his station. He's been brilliant this season. My player of the season up to now. Can't talk about Baldock enough. I could spend an hour talking about this guy. Then we move on to Lundstrom. I thought he had another half decent game. Wouldn't say he played amazingly. I can't really remember a lot from him from the game, if I'm honest. He's playing some good passing football. Norwood, on the other hand, had a very mixed game. I would say his range of passing was his long range of passing was incredible. Set us off really quickly down to Baldock quite a bit. Obviously he gets the attack started really quickly. Pick the ball up, boom, there it is on the right hand side. But his short passing was really poor in this game. He sold Lundstrom short at least twice, if not more than that. And Fleck, I thought, had an okay game. Can't really moan about that. But the thing is, none of them, other than Baldock, in my opinion, had a really good game. And that's the kind of level that we need to be at if we're going to be winning games. I thought David McGoldrick had an excellent game, other than the chances that he missed. I think his play kind of from midfield to attack is brilliant, links up the play really well. He's just not that finisher, is he? So again, if he's going to play, I think he's going to have to play just behind the striker. And McBurney, I thought McBurney was really poor, if I'm being honest. I know a lot of people will go against me, but I thought he just was kind of chasing shadows. He was losing his mini battles with defenders and stuff, getting pushed around. He's a big lad. He needs to use his body better. Billy Sharp used his body better in the kind of short cameo that he did. So yeah, what do I think Right, I'm going to stop saying, I think I've just said this just a minute ago, but I'm going to stop trying to pick Wilder's team and try and pick my own team and tell you how I think we should play, because it's almost impossible to pick Wilder's team. So anyway, I'm assuming that Besic cannot play in this game because he is on loan from Everton, so not even thinking about Besic right now. So anyway, this is what I would play, and I'm going to go a bit rogue here, guys. I am. I think McGoldrick should play in that role. Okay? I think it's not a game for Ollie McBurney. I really don't think. He's just going to be chasing shadows all day long. Actually, I didn't put McGoldrick there. I'll show you in a second. So I'm going to go for the big moose up top. I think he's been brilliant for the games that he's come on. He deserves a start, and I think away from home, when we're probably going to be defending for quite a lot of the game, he is the perfect man for the job, to kind of lead the line, get in behind him, use his pace well, and obviously he's going to get us a goal, I'm sure of it. If he starts, he will get us a goal. Then this is the one where I'm not too sure about. What I would do is I would get Luke Freeman. Where did I put Luke Freeman? Luke Freeman in here for Lundstram, because Lundstram hasn't done anything in a few games. So Luke Freeman in here, I know he's left-footed, but I don't think he really cares where he plays. Then I didn't have McGoldrick in there, if I'm honest. I had the main man Ravel in there. Now, it could either be Ravel or it could be David McGoldrick, but I think it's time to change it up a little bit, guys. I think Norwood will start because he's the captain, and obviously he gave away a few silly passes, but his long passing is excellent. So that's what I would go with. Obviously, we're probably going to go two up top as usual. However, I think Mousse up front on his own, just running the line really well with someone just in here. No defender or midfielder likes this guy in here. Nobody does, because he's just in front of the defenders, so the defenders don't want to go out there and engage, and the defenders, and the midfielders, they don't want to come too far back to sit in front of the kind of the defence. So that player in there is really important, and I think Ravel Morrison could do a really good job at it for this game. Like, it's a game where we're expecting to lose. Let's be fair. Let's be frank. We are expected to lose this game, just like the Chelsea game, just like the Bournemouth game, just like most away games this season. We're expected to lose. So, why not try something a little bit different? I think he will bring Robinson back in, if I'm honest. I really do. I think Robinson was very unlucky not to start the weekend. He may have had a niggly injury, he may not have, but I think he was really unlucky not to start. He might even do that. He might. But I'm gonna stick to my guns and say this is what I think he should play. He won't. He definitely will play two up front as he has done forever. But that's what I would go for. I'm not sure if he would like the left-footed balance in this team, because it is like Luke Freeman, a left-footed player on the right-hand side. I'm not sure Wilder would like that. But this is my team. It's got nothing to do with Wilder. But he may even bring Jags in for Bash. You never know. He might try and change it up a bit. I certainly would, because I think it's just got a little bit stale recently, guys. I really do. So that's what I'm going to suggest that we do to not combat Everton, to play our own way. I think what we need to do is we need to sit in as much as possible. This is where I think that Lundstram will start, because Lundstram is obviously a more defensive player than Luke Freeman. But Luke Freeman's done excellently in that job against Palace, against Leicester even. So what I think we need to do in this game, be as tight as we possibly can. Tight as we possibly can until we get the ball and then we break. We break quick. No one's going to stay in it. I think actually it should kind of be like that. Norwood and Fleck defending the defence, protecting the defence. Luke Freeman in 2 in CDM, 1 in central midfield, and then just pack it because they've got a good side. Don't get me wrong, they have got a good side, but I wouldn't say they're not a Chelsea. They're not an Arsenal or a Liverpool or a bloody Man City, are they? So in this game, if we can cut out the stupid mistakes that we've been making, for instance, Norwood playing silly passes, Basham running into the midfield and giving the ball away like against Leicester. If we can cut out those stupid mistakes, at least let's keep a clean sheet. I think we need to be more direct in this game as well. So when we're getting forward, let's run at them, for God's sake. No defender likes an attacker or a winger running at them. No one likes it. Let's do it. We don't do it enough. It's pass, which I love to see. But when it's not coming off, when we're not creating as many chances as we probably should do, and when I say creating chances, I kind of mean when we're not getting into positions where we're creating a very, very good chance, that's when we need to try and be a bit more direct. Maybe put more balls into the box. Maybe run at the defence a little bit more, because their defenders will want to get forward as much as possible. I think we need to mix it up a bit more as well. Well, sit on a similar line, really, because we don't really tend to have a shot from outside the box. And in the Premier League, a lot of shots from outside the box go in. And I'm not saying because in Premier League, it's because they're better players. Let's have some shots from outside the box, guys. So yeah, I think how we're going to beat Everton will be defend, catch them on the break. And I think with Mousse up top, with maybe Ravel or Luke Freeman or Didze or Callum Robinson, maybe not Didze, but with the pace that we kind of have, we need to exploit them. I'm quickly going to go through their team as well, because I'm not sure, there's not many places where we can exploit, because they've got an excellent team. I think the only position that Everton really struggle with is their main striker, because they've got Richarlison, who is quality. They've got Iwobi, who is dangerous, but they like to play them a bit kind of wide, or wider than a main striker. And then obviously Sigurdsson at attacking midfield. 3 very, very good players, very good Premiership players, but then they're kind of going in between this Keane guy and Calvert-Lewin, which we all know about Calvert-Lewin. I still don't rate him as a footballer. I don't know anything about this Keane guy because I've just not watched a lot of Everton this season. But then they've got Schneiderlin and Delph, who are obviously really good defensive midfielders. I really like Fabian Delph. He does not give the ball away, a lot at least. Schneiderlin is a very big, strong defensive midfielder. Very difficult to knock off the ball. And the defence is scary, really. They've got Digne, who is excellent going forward, great free kick taker, great crosser of the ball. Only small though, so we could possibly try and exploit that. Seamus Coleman, one of the best right backs in the league in my opinion. Obviously he's been injured in recent times, so he's probably not quite at the level he used to be at, but still a very, very good right back. They've got Mina, the big, strong Colombian centre-back, who England fans loved in the World Cup. He's at centre-back with obviously Keane. And Keane's been a bit dodgy recently. Keane wasn't very good for England in my opinion. Maybe that's playing on his mind, so let's exploit that. And then they've got Pickford, who, 8 times out of 10 he's going to make an excellent save. 2 times out of 10 he might make a mistake. So, yeah. It's a difficult side, let's be fair. Sigurdsson is excellent in that attacking midfield, so we're going to have to be very, very cautious of him. Maybe Baldock and Stevens are going to have to sit back way more in this game to combat their attacking prowess in Iwobi and Richarlison. And then obviously Delphin Schneiderlin are just there to kind of pick up the pieces and start the attacks again. So I think Digne's defending isn't quite as good as his attacking. So I think that down this right hand side we can get some joy. Hopefully Freeman can come and help out in here. Morrison help out in here, because we don't want to send too many people forward because we can get killed against these guys. Yeah, so that's that. Keane maybe put some pressure on Keane to make some mistakes. I'm out of ideas really. They've got a really good side. Obviously we've got a really good footballing side. They've all got good footballing brains. Wilder's train them to play our way. I just feel like we need a bit of a spark, something a little bit different. So that's why I will mess about with playing like Freeman, Morrison, maybe even like kind of this. Or should I say that? So let's see what he does, guys. I would be more than happy if he played this. Something a bit different. They're expecting us to play the same team week in, week out, which we have been doing pretty much, other than the strikers. And let's try something different. Let's mix it up. Let's get Mousse's legs running and putting pressure on these big, slow defenders. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you are new around here, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please pop a like on it. And obviously comment whatever you like. Let me know what you think. And stay in good nick.